This is what makes the great caseworkers, as far as I'm concerned, the ones that really look first at identifying the true issue that's going on. Figure out what it takes to address the problem so the child can return home, and then we can work on the other problems with the child in the home.
I first got introduced to social work when I was in elementary school, growing up in Rhode Island. I had a pleasant social worker, school social worker, that would always check in with me, and I just never forgot it. So I always said when I, got older, that's what I wanted to do. So it was just, I guess it was either my calling, I don't know, but I enjoy it.
The mother came to us from Florida. She was suffering from psychosis, schizophrenia, delusional visions. She believed that she could come to Georgia and meet Tyler Perry, and that he would become a mentor for her children. She stayed in her car for approximately 6 months, all her and 3 children.
The department was trying our hardest to work with Mom, but because Mom had a mental illness, it was very challenging to keep track of her whereabouts.
I probably remember working with 6 or 7 different case managers, and it was very difficult on them because she would curse them out.
The families who are struggling, they just see you as another person, invading their personal space, their personal lives. You took their children away. But if you are very persistent and consistent with them, and they believe you and they learn to trust you, they learn that, things will get better.
And when she came back, she was exactly that person that I knew she could be. And she worked with us in regard to creating basically a guardian for herself, and she agreed for the children to be placed under the guardianship of one of her sisters. They are now in school doing very well.
But you have to be patient because you are teaching families and children a new way of life that they are not used to. And leave your personal biases aside because it's really not about you. It's about the children and the families that we work with. When it comes to DFACS, which is the profession that I'm in, we are needed because without us, a lot of children would be hurt. A lot of family would be displaced.
One, you must be one that's willing to actually kind of put yourself out there and actually allow yourself to feel and allow yourself to really empathize with what the family is going through.
You want the kids to be healthy and you want families together. I have moments where I've cried because just the circumstances with the case, it's just so heartbreaking. My mind always goes towards my own biological children, like, oh my God, can't imagine my life without my biological children. So I can only imagine, what those kids are experiencing and what those parents, are possibly experiencing. So yes, I have broken down, tear a couple of times on a case. You have to be brave to go and knock on somebody's door, and go in their home and talk to them about, possible abuse that occur with their children. It takes a lot of bravery to do that, and then sometimes too, we're going into neighborhoods that are not the best neighborhoods. So you have to be fearless to handle this type of work, and you can break down later.
But when you finally get it and you can say, yeah, this one came together, this one worked, I saved a life. And that's the way we look at it. It is not just a process, oh, I did a good job. No, I saved a life today.
For me, when things work out, it's very rewarding. Like, I feel like I'm at peace and I was able to help a family. And that's really what drives me in the profession, being able to reunite family and always keep that bond and that connection.